And what's going on, you bastards? Welcome back to another normal video. This is just going to be me, so sorry to disappoint you. It's not any gameplay or nothing like that. Just want to give a little bit of an update to me. And first off, Merry Christmas and such. So as you may know, I did take a couple weeks off pretty much from, well, I would say regularly doing YouTube, but let's be real, I never really regularly did YouTube, but more consistent than how it has been for me. You know, there's just like relationship drama that I had and stuff, and really, I knew I needed to take some time for myself, because other times when, you know, with the same person, the same things happen, you know, I would just do things to kind of distract myself from it and not really take any of it head on, you know. And that's, you got to deal with the problems. You can't let everything just slide or, you know, kind of just coast through it. I did end up finally going to therapy. I had known I've had to go for a while, but I just haven't. I'm just like, you know, it's just one of those things that's like, I don't really care if anyone knows that I go to therapy. It's just taking like big steps like that, I'm pretty apprehensive about, even, you know, in day-to-day life, even like playing a new game. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to commit to that or something like that. And that's not a good attitude to have. And I knew after all this stuff that happened between me and old girl, it was I didn't want to default to the same things I've been doing for years and such. So I figured that could be a good step. You know, you got to do stuff on your own too. You can't go to therapy thinking that's going to be a fix all or whatnot. It's unrealistic, and honestly, I've never been one to put, you know, my well-being into other people's hands, because, you know, you have certain expectations, and if they don't go through with it, well, you're just like, oh, what the hell? So it's better to just like not be in that situation, I guess. And I'm trying to figure out, you know, the relationship stuff, like what, you know, was I the problem, or like maybe like what part that I played and stuff. And the other thing, I don't know, I'm tired of the term gaslighting and, you know, manipulation and whatnot. I don't think people would just do that intentionally in a relationship if you care about each other. But I don't know, these terms, you know, I've even had, you know, problems with the relationship and my normal friends and stuff, to where some of that shit unfortunately ended. And I don't know, it was not a good time. Not a good time for me, not a good time for anybody, but I thought that's how I could support my partner and whatnot. Yikes. So skipping through all that shit, it's just, you know, I gotta try to take better care of myself, and my attitude towards certain things needs some adjustments. I've been watching a good amount of Andrew Tate, funny enough, and he has interesting perspectives that honestly, like, I'm not a lover or anything like that. It's just like some shit just like, maybe I don't quite agree with that, and that's totally fine. You don't gotta agree with everybody, but I don't know, some of that can be adapted, maybe put your own spin on some things. But that, like, some Jordan Peterson's like a podcast, just Pearly Things, or that's the channel name and such, and just trying to take like a bigger look on how like relationships, or well, like the societal differences between men and women. I find it kind of interesting to I don't know, take a little bit of a dive into that. And, you know, men and women are different, and we have to understand and know that, like, those are facts. So I don't know, I'm not getting into that shit. We can move on from here. I'm probably gonna release another like a New Year's like kind of version of this, kind of with more so a channel update. This one on Christmas is more so for me. I need to work on myself a bit more, and now that I had the time, and maybe I could carry on like the motivation to do so, because there's days I've been wanting to record, but I've been fluctuating so much with like emotions. It's like I go from like being motivated, just like, yeah, now's my time. Like, I could do my own shit now, so let's do it, to just like, going back over things, feeling like angry, feeling sad, like what could I have done better? But that shit's kind of already gone. It's like an arbitrary thing to think about. It doesn't do any good anymore. It's good to know, to reflect, to understand, and to change. Like I said, I was gonna get away from it. It's just like in the relationship I just had, one person was never at fault, and the other person always had something they could do different and such. I'm not saying who's who, but I don't know. That's just stuff I need to work on myself. Absolutely. Like, us as people, it's a continuous process. It's not just like, oh, I've made it, I can stay here for years and stuff. It just, I don't know. I mean, if you're good and content with that, hey, more power to you. But, you constantly got to change, constantly got to adapt to your surroundings. That's pretty much just survival, I mean, today it's a little bit different. Like, survival has a different meaning than it did back in the day. Yeah, but for right now, I'm gonna keep doing me. Just go through my own shits, man. Like, I got the house upcoming and whatnot, so that's exciting. I'll have a lot more space to do stuff than here. So that being said, with working on myself, it could affect the channel a little bit. I'll talk about that more in the New Year's video. I think there it'll seem more pro, man. But that was just like a little update with me. Like, I'm not gonna stop doing YouTube and stuff like that. I'll just put that out right now. We did just hit 1,600 subs, so much appreciated. If I told myself, well, like, I started YouTube back in like 2014. So if I told myself, hey, like, I would do that, like, like, wow, that's even crazy to think about. There was actually like a few years of gaps, but it was a slow process and all that, but a process nonetheless. Like, as much as I would like to say, no, hey, now that I'm single, I could just do YouTube all the time and whatnot. And that's, to an extent, that just won't make me happy. Like, it'll be cool seeing the numbers go up, the interactions go up and whatnot. But as a person, like, I don't know. You'd want a little bit more, unless, this was literally your full-time job, which me, no, it is not. It's been a hobby. It's going to stay a hobby. I don't see it ever moving on from that unless something drastic happened. But, yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, you bastards, that's enough from me. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. I don't know, if you got some cool shit in the comments, put it in the comments. And just, I don't know, maybe do like, I ain't trying to get too deep, just do a little self-check of your surroundings and whatnot, because that could be important, man. It could be, I don't expect this to be like a wake-up call for anybody, but it could just be helpful. All right, let me take a step back, observe my surroundings. Like, am I okay with this? It could be relationship, just your life in general. In relationship, take it a step back and whatnot. And something because I've been watching motivational shit. I'm a sucker for that stuff right now, because I've been in my feels that you'll never be good enough for the wrong person. And I've been meeting with friends and stuff like that. And, I had my little support group that's you know, I don't want them to just be like, yeah, dude, you're right. You know, she was completely out of line or something like that. It's just not what I'm looking for. It's just like, I don't know. And a lot of them were pretty good. There's like, dude, like enough is enough. You guys been at this a few times, you know, maybe it just ain't it. But anyway, bastards, hope you guys enjoyed. This was just a little Christmas update for me. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. Beast Gohan is coming out on Dokkan soon, so we'll see how those summons go. Need to get back into the GS groove too. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Merry Christmas, and take care of yourselves.